Hello again, welcome to the Ref Show. Now you'd think we'd have some peace and quiet, wouldn't you, in the international break? Far from it, not quiet. The furore that's broken out surrounding the 3-match suspension of Manchester City striker Sergio Agüero. We'll debate that and all the issues surrounding it. And Sam Allardyce and his start as England manager wouldn't be Sam if it didn't involve the match officials. But well done, Sam, on a winning start eventually for England. But firstly, and briefly just on this particular part of the story, Sergio Agüero's 3-match ban, just to remind you, an elbow on Winston Reid in City's game against West Ham previous weekend. No action from the referee at the time, Andre Mariner. The FA come in, charge him. It's a 3-match ban. David Hirst, right outcome or not?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think this is the sort of situations in football that we're trying to get rid of. I'm not saying that Agüero threw it from a distance, but there was contact, there was an elbow. The referee not seeing it, the FA take over. As we say, we're all trying to go in the right direction of making this a good game. And I think to punish him for it, 3-match ban, yeah, hopefully that'll get rid of the problems.
Briefly, Keith?
Absolutely correct decision.
You're with it.
And the process works.
Okay. Now, in all walks of life, and football especially, and we couldn't live without it, there are differences of opinion. And it makes the game what it is. Differences of opinion can't be hidden. It doesn't make it personal. Mark Halsey, as you know, is a colleague and a friend of everybody here on You Are the Ref in this studio and at youaretheref.com. He's also a highly respected and high-achieving former referee and a very entertaining and informative pundit, as I'm sure everybody here agrees. But we do have to address Mark's comments with the honesty with which You Are the Ref handles all football and all refereeing issues. Keith, suggestions which professional game match officials, PGMOL, have denied, that referees can be influenced by PGMOL on cases of retrospective action, and that they have been in the past. Now, your view on that, first of all?
Well, I can say quite categorically in my time in office, and it was a number of years at the PGMOL, I helped the FA and discuss with the FA a process to deal with off-the-ball incidents. The danger, of course, is that authorities are not allowed to re-referee games, and hence the process is very clear. Anyone literally can report an act of violent conduct that takes place off the ball to the FA, to the authorities. Then what happens is the FA disciplinary department will ask the referee for his observations. And the major thing that they will ask is, did he see the incident? If he says, I did see the incident, the FA then close the book, there's no further action can be taken. If the referee or his colleagues say, I have not seen the incident, then that's when the disciplinary process kicks in. Now, as the boss of the PGMOL, I wasn't involved in that process at all. No conversation, no comment. It was set up, I knew how it ran, and then the FA disciplinary department would contact the referee direct. And for me, that process has worked extremely well over a number of years. I understand it has been tweaked, that now what they'll do is they will have 3 former referees look at the incident after the referee has said, yes, or no, I didn't see it. Then these 3 former elite referees who have a great deal of experience will take a look, and then independently, because they don't sit in a room to view it, they independently have the video and they will determine and advise the FA this needs to go forward. Yes, if I'd seen this as a referee, it would have been a red card offence. So okay. I think the process is clear, it's worked really well. You know, these incidents take place off the ball are limited. Yeah. They rarely happen.
You say the process has been tweaked, so how, in your understanding, does it operate now?
Well, as I understand it,
this is relevant.
Yeah,
to what
well, I think that
this case.
Yes, I think that the the FA, the reporting process of an incident that might be picked up on television on a Saturday night or whenever in a replay, then the process is still the same. As the referee is asked, did he see the incident? And then the committee, if you like, these 3 former referees will review it to determine if it's such an offence that needs to go forward and a disciplinary process kicks in. And I think the outcome of the Sergio Agüero case shows very distinctly that the system is working. When I made observation, didn't I, to this show, that was clearly a violent conduct act of violence, and therefore the player should be banned.
Where the puzzle and a lot of the public comment has come from is in the apparently ideal and almost perfect viewing position of the referee, Andre Mariner. It's occurred almost right in front of him, and I think that was the basis of Manchester City's appeal. So how come a referee misses something in that scenario?
Well, it's dead simple. If you have a camera and you turn the lens towards a scene, the closer you get to that scene, the periphery gets lost. You're focusing on a thing. No different to a referee. And when we talk referees, and we talked about proximity and viewing angle, sometimes you can be too close to the action. So here's a referee close to the action, and what he's done is his focus of attention is down at feet. He's at floor level. So he's looking at things waist below because he's expecting a challenge that might occur, and he's got to judge whether it's fair or foul when this incident's taking place at aerial.
The irony being that
that's how you can miss it.
Had he been less well placed and further away, he'd have had a better chance of actually spotting it.
Well, Alan, again, bringing experience into play here, these incidents of the illegal use of the arm and elbow are not always easy to detect from a refereeing point of view. And as we have said, there are incidents, although Andre was close to this, there are incidents when they're off the ball and not seen at all.
There's other distractions as well. I mean, don't forget the game doesn't always just play where the ball is.
No. Correct.
You know, he can be looking at other situations that's happening around and takes his eye off it for a split second that the incident happens, and he's actually been looking at a different incident that doesn't appear to be a foul, and he misses the one there. So, hey, it's not just a written rule that he watches that ball and the 2 people that's going for the tackle. There's 22 players on that pitch. You know, and a lot of things happening.
Andre is a very experienced referee. He's a cool, calm, collected guy. He's not one that goes around looking for things. So I wouldn't want any blame attached to his officiating. It's easy to say, well, he should see it. We've been in that position where we've been critical of match officials for not seeing it. I think on this one, I think I've explained why he probably missed it. But at the end of the day, he's been involved in the process. So it's not some administrator that's actually saying, oh, we'll issue a 3-match ban. The referee has been asked, did he see it? And then the process, in my opinion, has worked extremely well.
Okay, Keith, thanks for clearing that up. That's youartheref.com on this subject. And actually, it's worth saying, and we will advance this in the second part, that had video referees been in operation, none of this debate would have occurred, probably. Okay, join us for part 2. On a very slippery surface, a clumsy defender launches himself into a sliding foul right by the corner of the 18-yard box. Initial contact is made outside the area, but then the foul continues into the box. The pair finally end up sprawled in a heap outside it again. What is your decision?